What's up, everybody, and welcome to Raw, my Monday Night Raw review. It's been about, 2 weeks since we've done a Raw episode now, and I'm going to tell you why I haven't done one in over 2 weeks. Number one, the show just sucks. It really sucks. It's horrible. And even tonight was almost 3 times worse than I've seen in the past couple months. Well, then again, Raw's has been bad in general, but, let's add a little bit more horrible shit to it. Pretty much you got the Job Squad out there, League of Nations, Sheamus, Rusev Del Rio, and Wade Barrett, as pretty much Sheamus talked about how we all come from four corners of the globe, and that, we ended reigns in about 5 minutes and 15 seconds, and at the USA they're not what they used to be anymore. Nobody's not down with them anymore. It's 2015 and America just doesn't cut anymore. It's time to go to a different country, and that's why we're the best of the best and nobody can stop us. Until the Wyatts came out, which everybody chanted yes, which I guess the Wyatts are almost faces for a minute. Let me introduce myself. If you don't know, I'm Bray Wyatt. These are my brothers. I don't care about your nations. I'm just here for the chaos, not to talk. So the people with the Wyatt family here's the problem that everyone has. Instead of having the heels beat the living hell out of each other, the face team has to come out and break it up. So pretty much ECW comes out, Tommy Dreamer in Team 3D or the Dudleys or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Why can't you just let the heels to kill each other instead of interrupting it? You can't have the Wyatts beat the living crap out of the whatever League of Nations right there. Pretty much then after that, the Dudleys and Dreamer introduced them that we are Extreme, the tribe of Extreme, and it's gonna be instead of Extreme, you don't die, you multiply. And pretty much they brought in Rhyno, which I was hoping was gonna be Van Dam. I don't know why they almost called him Team Extreme. That would have been copyright the Hardy Boys, but Rhyno was part of the crew, which I'm not really that ecstatic for. Like, I like Rhyno and everything. Some people thought it was going to be a bigger ECW thing. It's almost like last year when the ECW, TNA had that ECW thing with the, putting her through the table, Bully Ray and them. But now it's kind of reversed again. So the Wyatts almost turned face, taking out the League of Nations. They almost was about to turn face. But Rhyno, I don't know. I like Rhyno and it's good and everything. So that's their crew, ECW. And then the Shield and the Usos came out, or I like to call it pretty much Ambrose and Reigns, which are the Shield, and the Usos, which pretty much became a 16-man fatal 4-way match, tag team elimination match, or whatever it's called. Pretty much the Wyatts were taken out first, so they got eliminated. They were gone really quick. And pretty much throughout this match, they were eliminated. After that, Team 3D was able to take they hit the 3D on Rusev, but were they eliminated next? Yeah, they were eliminated next after Bully Ray got bro kicked by Sheamus. And then after that, it became the Shield and the Usos versus the League of Nations. Sheamus went for a bro kick, but Reigns speared him and pretty much won the match, which was predictable as ever. So it was a good tag match, I'll give it that. But once again, they're pulling all these hot shot returns, and it's still not helping the ratings or getting over anything. So it was still a great match, though. Pretty much after that, the broadcast team or whatever talked about what just happened, and that Miz TV tonight was going to be with Charlotte and Ric Flair. Sheamus was in the back talking about, I'm going to teach Roman Reigns a lesson that he has no chance in hell against me. He's going to show him in the ring later on tonight. Stardust talking about Swagger or something, or Jack Swagger and his match against him tonight. Once again, Titus O'Neil comes in and interrupts and says, you need to get yourself some, Stardust. You need to get a strong bottle of wine or something, like control the forces. You need to do something to get out and everything. But pretty much Stardust said, when that stopped to the WWE is an ocean of darkness. Dolph Ziggler came out to go against Kevin Owens. Tyler Breeze was out there, and my God, this was a very long match. This match was almost like 20 minutes out there. Jesus. I don't know what they're doing with this match. Like, it was good throughout the first couple falls, but I felt like this match was very long. Dean Ambrose was in the back eating popcorn and drinking some soda. And pretty much Kevin Owens, which pretty much repeatedly kept going to Dolph Ziggler's knee, which was selling it throughout the whole 20 minutes of this whole match. It was alright, but Ambrose pretty much came in after the match, after Owens wanted to pop up powerbomb. Ambrose looked at him and was mad because his music didn't come on, so Ambrose threw popcorn and soda in his face and rolled out of the ring and left. You'd think somebody would do something a little bit more important, but it didn't really happen. Besides, Kevin Owens wasn't even on the show last week because he was out sick with his son, so they weren't even on there. But I felt like this match went on for a very, very long time. The Wyatts talked about how they were going to take out Tommy Dreamer tonight. The Miz was talking to Neville, talking about we could pitch you a new idea, we're going to help you become a big star. And he brought out that Donnie dude from USA Network, which is, I don't know, his name was Donnie, it's his new show. And he wanted to get, they wanted to do, I guess, get Neville on the show, and he didn't want Miz on the show. Team Bad came out, once again they do that Unity type of, whatever that's called, the Unity thing. That's pretty much Sasha Banks and Naomi winning against Brie Bella and Alicia Fox. I don't know. Once again, people are going to get questioned who's supposed to be the face and who's supposed to be the heel. But we could clearly know that Team Bad is the face and whatever Team Bella is the heel. Which I don't know why. It's horrible when Brie Bella tries to do Daniel Bryan moves. She chants yes, the crowd chants no. But Sasha Banks and them pretty much picked up the win. And then right after that, the New Day came out, which Team Bad was confused on what was going to happen. They pretty much went face in the ring, and the New Day gave them unicorn hats they put on, and they just started dancing all together and weird twerking. I don't know why they have the New Day do that, and people just kind of find it funny because they say, isn't one of the Uso brothers married to Naomi anyways, and why is she doing this out there with the New Day? But if everybody knows, or if they've seen on YouTube, the New Day and Team Bad doing a whole bunch of acts in the back, from drag racing to twerk contests or whatever they do in the back. It's really funny stuff. I check it out. It's really funny. But the New Day were out there to cut a promo, which, to be honest, they're the most over thing on the show. They're the only guys that really are over. And they talked about the world and the League of Nations, and that it is booty that Roman Reigns attacks them, and that they are going to be in a triple threat tag team match this Sunday for the tag team titles against the Botcha Dragons, or the Lucha Dragons, and the Usos. Pretty much the New Day went against the Lucha Dragons. Then the Dragons won after the Usos distracted them and pretty much stole the unicorn hats and the trombone. And people think now that Reigns is crucial to just be called the Thieves because the Usos stole the night. Dean Ambrose was stealing the Intercontinental title so many times around WrestleMania time. Reigns stole the belt last week and ran off with it, so they ought to be called the Thieves. Reigns was in the back cutting a promo then, talking about, he wants to teach me a lesson, huh? So I'm going to be at school? Well, we'll show him how it is tonight then. I want to learn something because I'm going to teach Sheamus how to know what it's like to be a former world champion. Which, this show is just getting horrible by the second. Miz TV. And this is going to be a very confusing segment. Charlotte and Ric Flair came out, pretty much pulling up the rollies and the Rolexes, going through Ric Flair's accomplishments, and pretty much Miz talked about Charlotte's new attitude and that she's just very egotistical now, but she pretty much went at Miz's career saying, I feel sorry for your wife, and you're just mad because I'm not a man stuff and not like her father, and you're not even a good interviewer, she told to Miz. But Miz said, this isn't about me, this is about you. Rick pretty much went on to boast about her and tried to, I guess, get Charlotte to turn against Flair, that riding his father's coattails, everything from there. And pretty much Flair told him to be quiet and that to believe Miz. Miz pretty much then called out Paige, when she came to the ring, calling Flair an old man. Once they was going to leave, Flair was going to just pretty much tell Charlotte back, but we thought Flair was going to do something after Paige slapped Ric Flair. I expected Ric Flair to take off his jacket and go crazy and start bleeding all over the place. But he pretty much got on the mic and said, "Get her." And pretty much Charlotte attacked Paige and get out of there. But none of this makes sense. Who is supposed to be the face? Who's supposed to be the heel? So I guess Charlotte is heel, but listen, Ric Flair being the dirtiest player in the game, people love that. And maybe they'll love this too, but to have both women go heel, I don't know. It's a heel versus heel match. I don't know where they're planning to do with this or what they expect to get out of this, because who are you supposed to vote to win? Heel Paige or heel Charlotte? Because Charlotte's pretty much heel now since she's with Ric Flair. It's her father, and now she's being the dirtiest player in the game. But Paige is always talking about that she was betrayed by Charlotte. So who's really the face and who's really the heel right now? Somebody answer that. And people said only people that are really a face on this show, who's really a face, is either Becky Lynch or Natalya. But nobody seems to know where Natalya's went nowadays. So that's why we're doing this. Rusev went against Ryback. Pretty much this match double count out after Ryback nearly crashed Lana to the ground, and then Rusev kicked him and pretty much hit that accolade on him. Which now this is now just some type of crazy love fest with Rusev and Lana, instead of him being unstoppable badass heel. Now he just wants to protect Lana all the time from any harm happening to her. So it's better than whatever comedy Rusev was. Jack Swagger went against Stardust. Swagger won with the ankle lock. Del Rio came out, pretty much had a chair. He hit Stardust with it, and then he was about to hit Swagger with it again, but Swagger had a chair of his own. They pretty much both clashed chairs. Del Rio dropped this, pretty much falling back on Zeb Coulter's scooter, and Swagger pretty much told Coulter, "What happened to this, huh? What happened to We the People? Where did that go?" Adam Rose and his, whatever this Rosebush show is, talked about either Neville, Miz, or Dreamer and them being back. It looks silly. I don't even care about Adam Rose anymore. It's stupid. I don't know what kind of gimmick they gave that guy, but it's just retarded. Del Rio's pissed at Coulter, which may pretty much mean the end of this whole Mexican America thing. So you're like, "I don't need your help," he says. "It's your fault why I tripped out there." But Coulter went on and says, "I know when I got you that title shot against John Cena to begin with." But Del Rio told him to be quiet. Now he was going to use that chair on him like he's going to use it on Swagger this Sunday. As pretty much Coulter rolled off, which will probably go back to Swagger this Sunday. Del Rio pretty much started cursing him out, well, shouting something in Mexican, threw a chair at some poles, and they fell down. So I don't know where he's going to go to. Dreamer went against Braun Strowman. I don't know what the point of that match was. It's just like it just happened and just happened. But then we get to the last part of the show. Wow, and let's get some. You ready to hear some horrible promos, folks? Reigns talked about. He said, "It's time. You want to teach me a lesson, huh?" So where you at, man? He pretty much talked about Sheamus, and Sheamus calls me out, but he doesn't show up. He talked to pretty much the latter, how him being in the Shield, how he started from the bottom, which they never really did, getting to topper, losing friends, and now we're getting the world title, but now he's lost it and he wants to go back after Sheamus, and he said he will be taking that title. But Sheamus came out. Pretty much Sheamus came out then talking about, "So you think I'm going to step in the ring with all that stuff? I beat you at Survivor Series in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So why are you out here doing this?" And pretty much, "I am the champion. I sell my Irish, and I've always loved to fight." And everybody know that's true since day one. But Sheamus told him, I'm not gonna get in the ring with you until you throw that chair out or that table and a ladder, which he threw them all out at him, and pretty much repeatedly kept calling Sheamus son. "What's up, son? How you doing, son?" And he says, "I thought Irishmen had potatoes. Look like you're more like tater tots." And he kept calling him tater tots, tater tots. "Yeah, how about that, tater tots? He's scared, tater tots. You understand me, son? What's good, son?" He says "son" a lot for some reason. I don't know why he kept saying that to him, but both of them just can't cut good promos. They just sucked out there. And pretty much after that, they brawled with each other throughout the arena, which really wasn't that interesting since they call, like, I'll get the toys out of the arena, tables, ladders, and chairs. They're not even said as weapons. They're just said by toys. The toys. But it came back to the announce table. Well, Reigns said he was going to spear Sheamus through the table, but Sheamus threw him. He was going to go for something else. Reigns jumped across the announce table to some other tables, speared him, and pretty much took out Sheamus. And I don't know what. This segment was horrible. It was horrible. I've seen better stuff out of it. This whole show was horrible. This was your go-home show for this Sunday. My God, no, I'm still waiting for the ratings to go down today. No wonder the ratings suck. No wonder nobody's getting over. The show's just bad, folks. Nobody's really gaining anything. It's not really going anywhere. It's just the same old shit. And now we just have these bad promos with Reigns and Sheamus, and it looks like it's going nowhere. I don't know what the hell's going to happen this Sunday at TLC. I'm not really interested in any of these matches. I know NXT will pretty much blow them out of the water like usual, so I wouldn't even be surprised what happens. Hell, Ring of Honor will do better than them in that Best in the World pay-per-view next week, I believe. So it's just nothing really coming good out of all this. It really isn't. And I don't know what the plan is or what the hell to do on this show. League of Nations, Sheamus, Reigns, ECW is back in the building again for probably another invasion. This show, you have that Charlotte and Paige promo out there. You can't tell who's heel. So what are you gonna do? I can see why they just suck. The ratings suck. Like, my God, they just give me a reason to shit on this show every week. Now, when I didn't do a review in the past 2 weeks, it was just horrible. I didn't even waste my time reviewing it. So now I have. And once again, another horrible show. Right down the books, folks. So, hell, I've seen people on the internet can book this show better than anybody. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Watch TLC this Sunday. Live reactions. Out.